so far behind. So behind. Yo, what's up, everybody? We're gonna hopefully speed run through this. Sit back, relax, get some popcorn, because we're in Valencia tonight. Oh, give me 1 sec. I need to change one title. Because I was clumsy and I forgot to, yeah, enjoy the music. Yo, I am rushing to do things. What's up, dudes? It is the 5FIRacing.com channel. Tonight it is the multi-class series. We are racing in the M2s, in the GT4s, M2s and GT4s. We're in Valencia, but before I get into all that information, this is the beautiful website, 5FIRacing.com. That's 5FIRacing.com. You click on SimGrid and do the other tabs too. We're gonna speed run Winter Series is what we're doing tonight. The general rules are the same as everything else, pretty much, you know. M2s race with the M2s, GT4s race with GT4s. BOP is applied to the GT4s. There are 6 rounds, 60 minutes, full lap formation. There are rolling starts, and it says no mandatory pit stop here, but I have confirmation on Discord that there is going to be a mandatory pit stop. So, mandatory pit stop with refueling, and it is timed. Minimum of 25 seconds is what you're going to be in the pits as soon as you get to the actual pits. That's what I'm trying to say. Qualifying easy, first 10 minutes, the BMWs go out, wreck the track. Last 10 minutes, GT4s go out and wreck the track. If you're in the BMW and you're caught with your pants down and you are in the track before you, after your 10 minutes are up, that better have been your last lap, because you gotta finish it and then go to the pits, or else you'll get penalized, and you don't want that, you know. Everything else is pretty much the same. We got stewards. They're going to be checking everything. Race clean. Don't be dirty, but, you know, fight for those positions. Point system. We got a lot of points to go on. communicate. Join the Discord if you want to see what everyone's talking about. And I have car liveries and everything, so hopefully everything works tonight. Standings. We're gonna go over it real quick. The BMW M2s, we're gonna go over that first right now. We got Albert Guiana in P1 with 66 points. We have Kyle Hirsch right below him, P2 with 60 points. Jeff Spangler is in P3 with 55 points. Joshua Worley, P4, 51 points. Ryan Garrity, P5 with 48 points. Noah McComber, 45 points. P6, Pierce Hanley, P7, 42 points. James Pierre Reed, 39 points. P8, Boogie Watt, P9, 36 points. And everyone else just did not start or wasn't able to race or something happened. In the GT4s, we have Alex Hansen in P1 with 66 points. Professor Chronotis in P2 with 60 points. Dr. Porchop, wait, pit stop? Yeah. Yeah, at least this is what I heard from Discord. I could be, I'm gonna double check for you guys, and you're probably seeing this on the screen because it's loading up, but ignore that. I'll double check before I can, but I'm like 95% sure there's a pit stop tonight. Where'd I leave out? Kyle Busch, P3, 55 points. Dennis Kodachuk, I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it, 51 points. P4, Zach Manriquez, 48 points. P5, Justin Beachley, P6, 48 points. Demontis Barkus, 42 points. P7. Beatty Bud, P8, 39 points. Tied with Greg oh no, sorry, excuse me, not tied. I'm saying things. But Greg Landry is in P9 though. He has 36 points. And rounding us off at the top 10 is Jacob Myrie, P10, 33 points. Everyone else is still fairly close, so it's anyone's game on who's gonna be here. I don't know why it says Will Stewart is disqualified though, so that's mystery to me. But it's still fairly points. I mean, you got P11, 3 points behind Jacob Myrie. Mike Dobbs in P11. It's anyone's race, really. Anyone's a race. If you give me a moment here, we will go into the race recap. I hope I have it loaded correctly. And I do. We are probably going to miss the first couple minutes of the M2, so I apologize for that, for starting a little bit late. In the meantime, though, race start. We had a messy-ish, cleanish. It was all over the place. You'll see here, everyone's pretty nice and orderly. No real amount of chaos here. The fronts are doing their front things. They're battling it out. The rears, though, is where we're going to actually pay attention here. Wow. We're gonna check out Kyle Busch, where he's fighting it out with people that I'm forgetting. I'm still trying to remember drivers, match driver to names, or cars, whatever. But we're gonna pay attention to the back, where I believe we have Kyle Hirsch in the BMW, battling it out with Jeff Spangler, I'm assuming. I think that's his car. But they were getting really, really close and getting pretty up close and personal, so that was quite fun to see. Fast forward the very next corner, though, and a little bit of carnage here. We got people going wide and smacking into each other. We saw the driver out pretty much below the corner, but he was trying to not hinder anyone's lap. I believe that was Greg Landry, and he, even though he tried to be as safe as possible, he ended up getting clipped, unfortunately. It's the way the crooked combo sometimes. Next couple laps, though, we have a bunch of chaos here that unfolds before our very eyes. Carnage galore, all because of a tiny little tap in the rear. Drivers got damaged, and that is that. At least everyone ended up rejoining safely, though, is what we love to see. A little bit of a spin out there, but you know, safe rejoins is what we love. Lap 2, we have Noah McComber and Mike Dobbs fighting it out. McComber getting passed by Mike Dobbs in the straightaway. The GT4 just having the superior straight line speed. But he almost loses it on that position if you paid close enough attention there. So that could have been a little spicy of a battle. Kyle Busch and Zach Manriquez have a history of battling each other out. As you see, Kyle Busch mounts that curve extra aggressive. Manriquez not giving that spot up, though, fighting it out to the bitter end there. They're side by side. Kyle Busch eventually wins out, has the speed to carry through the corner. In lap 4, we have DeMarcus Barkas and Zach Manriquez battling it out. Zach in the baby blue Porsche goes a little bit too wide there. Barkas sees that and takes advantage. Zooms right on by. Very nicely done. Unfortunate for Zach Manriquez there. Who still stays in the fight though. So that's fun to see. Lap 5, you have Joshua Worley and Greg Landry battling it out. Worley in the BMW. Greg in the GT4 right behind him. Greg gets the run on him in turn 8. Hard on the brakes and eventually secures that position. Good move, clean racing, what we love to see. I am going to check for the pits. Hold on, before I let you guys go. I'll leave you guys here to enjoy the race recap. Yep, there is a mandatory pit with a fixed refueling time of 25 seconds. So Dr. Porchop, if you're in the race, that's what's gonna happen. And if you saw what happened here, Dr. Porchop, this is your replay. A little bit of a oopsie moment, I guess you can say. In lap 6. Zach Manriquez is able to overtake you because of that small little incident there. Lap 7. Justin Peachley and Alex Hansen battling it out. Both of them in the AMG GT4s. Peachley ends up winning out in his very unique livery. If I'm not mistaken, I see the name CC on the side of his car, so I'm assuming that's his cat's name. If so, make sure to pet him extra well and feed him extra nice. No, we love CC here. Lap 8, Spady Bud makes a mistake and Dr. Porkchop able to overtake him. And Spady Bud almost makes another mistake there, but ends up saving it, so no harm, no foul there. Just needs to fight for that position back. Lap 10, Professor Chronotis and Kyle Busch in the GT4s battling it out. This is for position. Kyle Busch, I don't know if he felt the pressure or if he just cooked it too much, but Chronotis able to easily breeze on by after that one mistake of going wide. Seems like a lot of our drivers were having that mistake there. Went just a little bit too wide in that corner. I believe that was corner 6. If you see here, you have Dr. Porchop aggressively cut in that corner and forces him to lose control of the car momentarily. And while he's regaining control, trying to slow the car down, he ends up going wide and loses out on 2 positions, unfortunately. Again, that corner is giving a lot of our drivers a tough time. You have James Pierre Reed battling it out with Todd Murphy there. Todd Murphy on the left-hand side, where James eventually overtakes him. Looks like Todd just let him go on by. Probably was having a couple issues, decided to let the faster driver go. Overall, very respectable. Very nice. Pierce Hanley and Mike Dobbs battling it out. Mike Dobbs on the inside. And I don't know how he managed to slow the car down that well. I'm just gonna chalk it up to the GT4 specs there compared to the M2s, but very good, aggressive, but clean overtake. Like no car was slowed down and our pace was not hindered there, so we love to see it. In lap 14, Dr. Porchop and Greg Landry once again battling it out. Landry on the inside of turn 1 ends up outbraking Porchop. Very good overtake. It is good to note though that Porchop is a little bit damaged, so I don't know if that ended up hindering his overall pace down the street. But then I guess so was Landry, so. In lap 17, Noah McComber and Pierce Hanley battling it out. McComber ends up overtaking him because Pierce goes a little bit wide, and if you saw right behind him, you had Kyle Busch following Hanley's line, unfortunately. Pierce Hanley ends up going into the pits while these two end up staying out. Justin Peachley battling it out with Porkchop, both in the GT4s. Peachley, the slightly faster driver, ends up... honestly, that looked... to me at least, that looks like it should be a track cut, but believe it or not, that was not. That was 100% legal. You can cut that corner very aggressively, and he did so flawlessly. A good move. Lap 19, Greg Landry and Justin Peachley battling it out. Peachley looking to go on the inside and does have the speed to challenge. Outbreaks Landry. How did he slow that car down is beyond me. Excellent overtake. In lap 20, we have Karu and Spady Bud battling it out. This was an exchange where a lot of positions were being swapped left and right. As you see, Spady Bud is on the inside, Karu on the outside, forced to go wide. Spady Bud has the inside corner now. Justin Peachley right behind him, trying to get between these two drivers, ends up hitting Karu and ends up smacking into Landry, unfortunately. Bud and as you see, Porkchop blows by, no incident with him. Bud and Beachley. Why do I keep saying with the P? Beachley end up battling it out right here. As you can see, I was gonna say they end up running away, but they get into a battle. Beachley ends up getting him on the inside. They have a tiny bit of contact there, but Bud is fighting it out to the bitter end. Does not want to relinquish that position. Good overtake and a good attempt on defense by Bud right there. Lap 21, you had Porkchop and Landry fighting it out. Landry having a little bit of damage, possibly affecting him, as this corner is infamous for us as causing a lot of issues to a lot of our drivers. Porkchop able to overtake him. Fast forward a little bit. Same lap. You have Pork Chop and Landry once again battling out. Landry getting the draft hard on the brakes. Ends up out breaking Pork Chop. So brilliant driving there. As you can see here, Pork Chop just catches up to him so aggressively. Wow. That would have definitely been a Code Brown moment, at least for me. In lap 21, you had Pierce Hanley and Boogie Watt battling it out in the BMW's M2s. I'm gonna be honest, I do not remember who is who. I believe that was Boogie Watt, and it got too caught up in the heat of the battle, heat of the moment, and he ended up going wide. And I believe Pierce Hanley was able to overtake him because of that. In lap 23, you had Joshua Worley and Ryan Garrity battling it out. Garrity going a little bit too wide there, and Worley sees that opportunity and tries to make a move happen. Both of them ended up going side by side, and Garrity squeezes him out to the outside, forces him to slow down just a little bit. And watch this, ladies and gentlemen. This was an insane battle. It's just threading the needle here without causing incidents or without slowing any of the drivers down. I don't know how he was able to do that, but overall, these two continuing their battle, Garrity and Worley, while the GT4 driver just runs away like if nothing happened. And well, nothing did happen. Overall, good, close, tight-knit fight here. This was a noteworthy replay. I believe this was lap 23, where you had Pork Chop touching the grass just a little bit outside of that corner and ends up wiping out. Luckily, though, he did not hit a wall. He did not hit any other driver. Able to rejoin the track. So, no harm, no foul. Lap 28, you had Justin Beachley and Barkis battling it out. Barkis on the inside, Beachley on the outside. And before they even get to turn one, Barkis relinquishes that position and allows Beachley to go on ahead. He was probably getting blue flagged, or he was in general just a faster driver, so very respectable there, so allow him through. In lap 31, you had Jacob Myrie and Spady Bud battling it out. Myrie on the inside almost makes the move done, but that small little mistake almost costed him, as Landry is now getting himself involved in this fight, and they end up touching, forcing Myrie to go out a little bit wide, unfortunately. And your race winner. Why am I blanking out on the race winner's name? Alex Hansen. Alex Hansen. Your race winner. Wow, that would have been awkward if I couldn't figure that out as he flashes me. He probably knew ahead of time that I was gonna mess up. He's your race winner, so congrats on that. Maybe he'll win round 2 here. We're gonna find out very, very soon. Awkward. That was resizing issues there. Twisted Packet here says that there will be pit stops in tonight's race and likely the rest of the series. So, ladies and gentlemen, pit stops. If you give me a moment, I will be loading up a bunch of things, mainly the server. I'm gonna cross my fingers and hope that liveries are a-okay. Because we know how, well, at least I know how that could be. Well, that was a little weird. Blank screen before it pops up and... Hmm. As I get set up, I'm gonna leave you to watch Joshua Worley, who's currently in P7, attempting to complete his lap. Twisted Packer here online says the gaps between the drivers were too large last week, so we're going to throw in the pit stop in there and see if that shakes things up a little bit. So it'll be quite interesting to see if that does indeed shake everything up. Please excuse my inability to talk right now. I am testing things out here. Hopefully, you won't be able to see it. The track ended up being a little colder than expected for qualifying. Oops. I don't know, man. You said it was going to be around 15 degrees Celsius, and right now it is 12. I think we're a-okay, to be honest. We got 7 minutes left in quali. A bunch of our GT4 drivers are out on the field. We're going to take a sneak peek on a new driver here. We're going to... Who do I feel like following today? Oh my! Well, Damarcus Barkis is really testing the limits of the track and his car, so I'm expecting a solid lap from him very, very soon. We're gonna go ahead and check out Todd Murphy here and see how his lap turns out, since he is currently 2 tenths up on pace and Excuse me for not having all that data up on the screen. There you go. You can physically now see who's up on his lap. Alex Hansen is 4 tenths up on his personal best, so it'd be quite fun to see. We already have a couple of our GT4 drivers putting out blazing fast laps. For Professor Carnotis currently in P1 with a best lap of 139.665. So like I said, it should be 15 degrees Celsius by race. So we will check and see. Right now the track temp is going a little bit high. We're at 13 degrees Celsius, so we'll see what ends up happening. A couple degrees here and there shouldn't affect the drivers that much. Famous last words. As we have Alex Hansen behind him, I believe, who is 2 seconds up on his personal best. That's gonna jump into P1? P2! Oh, what a lap. As Todd Murphy ends up getting a 142 lap. Lands him in P7. We're gonna jump from him and check up Jacob Myrie, who is 3 tenths up on his pace. Improves his overall lap time, but remains in P6. He is at a 141.512. I'll pull up the relatives or the actual. I'll pull up the or their personal best for tonight while we go and check out Professor Chronotis, who is on a fast one, folks. He is on it. He is 3 tenths up on his pace, so he's going to be putting down an even faster lap. As this corner is quite tricky here. Oh, and he blows it, unfortunately. Alex Hansen now, though, has an opportunity to take a P1 as he is on a fast lap here. He's 3 tenths up on his pace. This is enough to snag P1. And he does. He lays down a 139.402. What a lap. What a lap. Currently we're watching Kodachuk, who is 2 tenths up on his pace. Zach Manriquez, 1 tenth up on his pace. Zach is not too far behind him. Both of them are improving their lap time significantly right now, so it's very nice to see. Got 2 minutes and 16 seconds left. So plenty of time as Kodachuk ends up going wide or going off track. Probably didn't feel it was right. Zach still out on track. And he is smack dab even with his overall pace right now at a 140.657. So right now a bunch of the averages for the GT4s is around a high 140 if I average everything out. High 140, low 141. In the M2, so it's all over the place. A lot of our drivers are going off wide, probably calling it quits since there's only 40 seconds left on track. I do think Chronotis might have the opportunity. Well, if he keeps driving, he'll have the opportunity, if that was a dirty lap, which it was, to start a new lap and try to beat out Alex Hansen here. Take P1 spot back. If you remember, he was 3/10 up on his pace. I was saying he was 3/10 up on his pace, but he just laid down at 139.470. Alex Hansen is a 402, so 0.06 of a second away from him. So he has the capability to lower, especially with the pace before that he was putting down. With the fastest pace was a 139.3, so anyone's game. You have Dr. Porcha right behind him, or actually in front of him. He's about to finish his lap. He's 0.2, 0.3 between 2 and 3 up on his pace. Not enough to take a P2 or P1, but good enough to. And as I say, he loses it. I jinxed ya. I am so sorry. So, Valencia. 2.49 miles long. 4.01 kilometers long. 14 corners. The setup, the ideal generalized setup would be a high downforce with soft suspension. And the key action areas will be turns 1, 2, 8, and 14. And a special treat for you guys is the last time we were here in Valencia was in season 4, which was one of my seasons where I actually joined the track and was able to battle with a bunch of our drivers. This is the battle for, I believe it was P2. Out in front we had Bruno, my uncle. And I'm essentially chasing him down, getting faster and faster the more I drive, which is usually what it ends up happening. I end up being a rust bucket and shaking off that rust and getting fast. But nonetheless, this track, a fairly difficult track, as you have a lot of corners where you'd have to slow down and carry the momentum. It's very important to hit the apexes, and any deviation from the sort will cost you lap time. As you see here, I am slowly but surely gaining Bruno Maonki in front of me. These next couple corners are quite difficult. You have to stay on the inside, go wide to carry the speed, and then cut in again before you brake extremely hard in a straight line to cut the apex. Seems very easy or very simple to do, especially with what you're seeing on screen, and especially with this corner here, it's very easy to go wide, which I almost did here. Ends up costing you a lot of time. This corner also fairly difficult. You have to brake a little early, hit the apex, and if you do it correctly like I did, you'll be able to cut seconds and gain lap time, as I try to go for a challenge here and end up failing miserably because I was a terrible driver. I go extremely wide. But nonetheless, that was a roughly, if I recall, a 141 or a 140 lap time. Maybe faster. I'll be honest, I don't remember my lap time, but it was one of the faster lap times out on the track. It wasn't necessarily the fastest, but you know, I was decently quick. So we are having a little bit of technical difficulties here. The server might be restarted, in which case we're gonna have to qualify again. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. But don't you worry, in the meantime, I will have dad jokes locked and loaded. And hopefully I don't repeat some because I just write them down. So the server was restarted. It's currently free practice right now. We're waiting for everyone to join before we fast forward to potentially quali, and everyone's going to restart their quali. So we're going to have a special treat and watch a quali happen again potentially. Time will tell. But while they do that, I am going to might as well show you exactly what I'm doing here. I'm loading up the Spotify track list so you can actually see what's playing on the screen. And soon to come, I'll probably end up releasing the actual playlist. So if you guys like, you can actually go through it and see what songs are there. It gets updated probably like every once a month or something. Once every 2 months. If any. While we wait, does anybody know why nurses carry around red crayons? The answer is fairly obvious. Like, you're gonna start kicking yourself because you don't know the answer to this. So the reason why nurses carry around red crayons is because they need to draw blood. Obviously, come on, guys. I don't remember how many people were here before, but right now in the lobby we have 18. Qualify has... our quali has started. Wait, Quali has not started. Quali has started. And we have all our GT4 drivers out on break right now. As I believe that was that Dr. Porkchop? No, it wasn't. Who was that? That was Chronotis. He was about to go out on field. That would have been disastrous as a GT4. They're not allowed on field. Hirsch is the first one out, I believe. So we're gonna follow his line. Maybe jump in the passenger seat with him and see how he does. Right now, it is currently 12 degrees Celsius. Out on track. So fairly cold. A little too cold for me, to be honest. I tend to prefer the hotter days of the year. I turn into a little wuss when it turns cold. In the personal life, in the racetrack, I honestly wouldn't care, especially when driving a car, because you know that engine be hot, and I like hot engines because they keep me warm. So Kyle Hirsch will be the first person, I believe, to actually start his quali lap. From here on out, everything counts. So far, no one was able to put up a lap. Don't even know if Kyle Hirsch is putting up a really an actual decent lap, to be honest. But at least to me, he is looking like he is trying to hit those apexes. Hit those exits. Hit that speed. Try not to get track cuts, because there are some corners here where track cuts are very lenient. And others where you go out even the slightest bit. And they'll give you a warning. Our Hirsch is going to be crossing the lap. Albergiana puts up a 146, so my apologies. He was the first driver to put up a lap. It was probably dirty though. Kyle Hirsch putting down a 145.190. Currently in P1. As he has a little issue there. Boogie Watt, he puts down a 150.597, lands himself currently in P3 as James Perry Reed, he puts down a 145.192. Wanna check out Watt here for a little moment before we jump back to Reed, who is currently 3/10 up on his pace, 4/10 up on his pace, so he is on his way to put down the fastest lap of the night as Ben Burchett puts down a 146.292, lands himself in P3 at this current moment, which is also a new driver to me. Welcome to the track, welcome to the field, welcome to F5. We're jumping to Pierre Reed here. It's getting even faster, and he's putting down a huge improvement, nearly a second up on his pace. Oh my goodness, that looked rough. How did he manage to keep on track there? If that wasn't a warning or a dirty lap, this is going to be insanely fast. He's 9/10 up, almost a full second up on his lap. He's gonna snag P1. And he does, puts down a 144.270. What a lap in the BMW M2. And now that was a track cut. For a dirty lap. And nonetheless though, that was huge. As he's probably gonna go to the pits and relax and unwind from that for a bit. As Hirsch looking to make improvements potentially. Might have gone a little dirty there. Probably went a little bit too wide. So there's 12 minutes left in qualifying, but technically there are 2 minutes 40 seconds left for the BMW M2. So if I believe Hirsch will have 1, maybe 2 more chances to go around. So we'll jump to Guyana. See what he decides to put down. Currently in P3 with a 145.217. I'll pull up the session best relatives here, or the sorry, personal best, so you guys can actually see their lap times, what they're working with, what we are working with, what the GT4s have to compete against. Currently is 1/10 up on his pace. Ben Burchett also 1/10 up on his pace. It's looking like if Guyana is able to hold on to this pace, he will snag it from Hirsch as he gets up on 2 wheels and makes it work. Actually improved his lap time, dropped 1/10 of a second there. We're gonna need to like see an instant replay or just a slow motion of that. Or at least I will. He's 2/10 up on his pace. That's gonna land him in P2, and he does. He makes a 145 flat. Haven't seen that in a good while. Good driving, brilliant driving right there. Jumping over to Ben Burchett, who is 2/10 up on his pace. A little improvement. No, won't be taking P3 as of yet, but any improvement is an improvement that we like. Also, seeing the BMW M2s go around really reminds me of an actual, like, it's so dumb what I'm about to say, but it looks so similar to like what you would be driving like an actual M2 out. Like, I never actually paid attention to the car until like, well, honestly, until the race recap when I was editing and I started actually looking at the cars. Well, 10 minutes are up. M2s will have to go back into the pits. I think the only one who's actually out on track is Kyle Hirsch. Well, he's gonna have to finish this lap. Hopefully before the GT4s catch up to him. Hirsch isn't showing positive numbers or negative numbers, so I do believe that this is a dirty lap, so he's just gonna go into the pits. Or I'm hoping he will. He might cross the finish line and go into the pits. Nonetheless though, let's check out some of our GT4 drivers who are out on the field. I don't see a new name out, so I'm just gonna stick with the Montes Barcus here. See what he puts down, how he puts it down, where he puts it down. Up into the passenger seat with him as he goes around the track. I do believe Barcus is going to put down a fairly fast lap here. At least for the beginning. Well, we'll see. Right now we have Alex Hansen. Oh! That's... what happened here? That's accident. Was this an actual an incident in quali? I'm gonna go back and check the replay on this. Give me a second. What happened here? Currently we're reviewing the replay, cause we don't typically do this in qualifying. Oh, okay. I believe that was Todd. That was Todd. I think Todd was just carrying a lot more speed compared to Barcus, and contact was made there, unfortunately. Some quality live updates here. If you are watching us live on Twitch, you are now able to type a message and I'll see it pretty much almost instantly if I'm not too distracted. Your message will pop on board. And a nice plus will be that if you watch the replay on YouTube, you'll be able to see those exact messages. I'm probably going to have to add a small shade or a small background of it because at least what appears to me, if you're trying to read some of the words, depending on where the drivers are in the back on the track, um, it'll pretty much become ineligible unless there's a background, like a tiny little shade or something. You also get the music playing in the lower left-hand corner. There is no exclamation point song feature yet. I need to figure out how to make that happen and connect it to Spotify. But you know, if you like the music, you can go ahead and grab it from there. I'll eventually will post the actual playlist in Discord. So either our drivers are getting extremely comfortable with the track now and are putting down insane quali fast times, or I was gonna say the track is a little bit warmer, but it's not. It's at 13 degrees Celsius, so it was the same as before. Nonetheless, here's the personal best that we're out on the screen, or out on the track right now. Alex Hansen has a 139.207, putting down an insane lap. Or notice right behind him, roughly 1/10 behind on his pace. So that's gonna definitely be a fight that we're gonna see on track. We're gonna do a replay and check out Demarcus Marcus here, who hopefully is, I don't believe this is gonna be a lap. I think he's just getting out of quali, or getting out of the pits, I mean. Oh, I lied. He did put out on a lap. He put out a 141.875. Lands himself in P7. Todd Murphy slightly in front of him with a 141.630. So that's going to be a battle that we're going to be expecting. We're gonna jump to Kodachek here, who is going to be 1/10 faster. Barkis is 3/10 faster. Oh, they're both roughly 3/10 now. Kodachek going to be finishing his lap first, so we're gonna stick with him and see if he's able to hold on to this. It's not gonna be enough to secure P3. Nonetheless, though, any improvement is an improvement that we love, that we like. It's looking like he's holding on to the 1/10 pace. We're potentially seeing what his overall pace on track is going to be Because he's running fairly consistent here. Ends up putting down a 140.685. As Wally is now over. I got a special treat for you, ladies and gentlemen, here. You'll momentarily stick with me. There's a GT3, GT4 multi-class 6-hour Enduro series that's going to be happening. It's going to be hosted by Tracklicious here. But it's also going to be partnering with 5FI DRL and many others here. New Sim Racing Alliance. Tracklicious in the variant. Nonetheless, though, we are full, unfortunately. As I'm checking now, I thought there was going to be more room. We are over capacity. But nonetheless, you can still register to reserve, just in case people don't show up. Yeah, I'll click here, and if my internet actually allows it, why is it taking so long here? Well, there we go. You can register a team. You can put your entry name. Whatever you like. Select a class. 6 reserves left for the GT3 and 6 reserves left for the GT4s. You select your car number, you hit next step, and just keep following to register. But nonetheless, this is going to be happening in December 14, sorry. December 14. So if you like some good old multi-class racing, check this out. This will be quite fun to watch. We jump back on track. We have Alex Hansen in P1. Professor Chronotis in P2. I don't know if he's supposed to have an all pink livery, but I'm probably gonna have to check the files to just ensure. We have Dr. Porkchop. He's in P3. Dennis Kodachuk, P4. So far, these are all GT4s. You see, yeah, these are GT4s. Well, you'll know as soon as you see a BMW when the M2s start. But we have Zach Manriquez in the little baby Porsche. In P5. Demontis Barkus. He's in P6. Todd Murphy, P7. Jacob Myrie, P8. Already rocking the Finnish flags because he knows that he's gonna put up a fight here. James Pierre Reed starting us off with the BMW M2s. He's in P9. P1 for his class right now. Ben Burchett, he's in P10. P2 for his class. Aragiana, P3 for his class. He's in P11. Kyle Hirsch, he landed himself in P12. Boogie Walt right behind him. P13. Jeff Spangler, 14th. He's carbon fibered out, so his livery is not loaded up correctly, unfortunately. Technical hiccups that hopefully will be taken care of next stream. No McComber though, he's in P15. Ryan Garrity right behind him finds himself in P16. Joshua Worley right behind Garrity, P17. These two are probably gonna battle it out, just like what happened in race 1 in Indianapolis. Pierce Hanley rounding us out, or finishing the whole list line, whatever. He's in P18. Right now, the current track temp is 16 degrees Celsius. Air temp is 15 degrees Celsius. So it is slightly warmer when compared to quali. As they are now lining up side by side. I don't necessarily know who is gonna come out on top, because pit stops are now in play, so a little bit of strategy is coming into play. Hopefully everyone remembers here that everyone remember that we need a pit stop. So the package here says he's not sure why the server needed a restop, and apologies to the drivers and the viewers. There's nothing more I can add to that, but green flag is out. Don't know where to point my camera because it looks like everyone is out there and wild. We're gonna check this out because these guys almost look like they were gonna go 3 wide. Dennis Kodachuk and Zach Manriquez are already fighting it out. They are 2 wide. A bunch of our drivers are actually 2 wide. And potential contact with Ryan Garrity. Oh, these guys are 2 wide, almost staggered. Or actually, they are pretty much staggered here. We're gonna jump around the grid and see what ends up happening. Well, we're gonna stay here actually, because this fight looks like it's about to get good. You have Garrity and Jeff Spangler battling it out. Joshua Worley trying to get in between him. And Pierce Hanley just watching the action all go down as we have the Montes Barkis and Ben Burchett. With potential contacts here. I'll go ahead and we'll review that accident momentarily. We'll see if I can pull it up later on. As for now, we are gonna go back to the front. Currently, we're watching Aubrey gonna try to get in front of Kyle Hirsch here. This is the battle for position and a battle for class position. I was gonna jump up to Professor Coronas because he was very, very close to Alex Hansen. But currently he dropped off a little bit. He's currently a second, so we're gonna stick with this battle, and we're gonna jump to Pierce Hanley, who made a move and we didn't see, or we didn't capture it. He managed to overtake Boogie Watt off camera. Ryan Garrity also trying to make moves happen on Ben Burchett. BMWs are staying really tight-knit in a little pack here. T4s are starting to run away. Mine is Demontes Barkis here, who's in a GT4, but he had an accident. As I looked off screen, what happened? I don't. There was no accident there. I think he just ran wide. Probably missed a braking marker or something. Huh. Well, Alex Hansen is putting down fast laps. Oh my goodness. Demontes Barkis is threading the needle as he goes through these drivers and around him. Goes a little wide, but gets through them. Leaves the drivers behind him in a precarious situation where now they're going to be side by side in turn one. A very fast left-hander here, hard on the brakes. Gets the switchback. What a move! Oh, and contact is made between Garrity and Bookie Watt. Bookie Watt rejoining the track. Joshua really passing him. Ooh, how unfortunate, but overall, really good move by Ben Burchett, I believe. Who got the switchback happen. Got it done. Unfortunate situation between him and Garrity. As we're gonna jump to the battle here between Kyle Hirsch and Albert Gienna, who just off track or off screen were changing positions as we're seeing it happen again. Kyle Hirsch reclaiming that spot and squeezing out Albert Gienna, forcing him to go into the gravel a little bit. That's going to hinder his speed. And right behind him, we have Noah McComber trying to take advantage of this opportunity that is unfolding right before his eyes. Trying to take Gienna on the outside. He ends up doing it, and the damage is now finally done as I believe Pierce Hanley also gets through. I think that's Pierce Hanley in front of him. Could be wrong. That is not Pierce Hanley. Pierce Hanley's in a battle of its own between Barkis and him. Alex Hansen still in P1. Professor Carnotis still in P2. No position swaps there. Still remaining roughly a second behind Alex Hansen. And I don't recall where or who was the accident before. I'm gonna try to pull up an accident here now that we have a little bit of time. Check out the replays. I believe this was the accident. We are gonna go ahead and check it out really quick. This is between Demontes Barkis and someone else. I'm currently viewing the replay here. Oh, Barkis just smacked him a little bit and forced himself to get cut in the grass or start cutting some grass. We're back to the live view, and Noah McComber is making moves. Or Jeff Spangler is actually making moves. McComber getting overtaken by him. And trying to defend at the same time. He has Gienna to contend with. One thing I just noticed, we have Twisted Packet here, well, potentially still here. Why aren't you driving in the GT4s or the M2s? Just noticed you're not on track. What's going on? What's going on? We're gonna stick with this this group here because this is the tightest battle of the night, or closest group of battles of the night. I'm keeping a fairly close eye on Chronotis, though, that he's getting extremely close to Hansen, so we're going to just immediately switch to him, and this is the battle for P1. Alex Hansen currently in P1, the Mercedes. Well, both of them Mercedes. Dr. Porchop is roughly 5.5 seconds behind them, so forcing these two to not make too many mistakes or not get entangled in a battle for too long. Well, glad to have you as a director here, Brad. Let me know if you'd like to hop on booth, and we can make it happen. Quickly checking on Noah McComber because he's getting really close. A lot of our drivers are actually getting close to battles. We have Jeff Spangler trying to make moves on Kyle Hirsch, not able to succeed. Chronotis still within half a second of Alex Hansen, so he's turning up the heat. Barkus almost slides out. Spangler almost getting around him because of that. Barkus moving through the grid fairly quickly. So it'll be interesting to see where he ends up landing himself, especially after everyone takes their pits. I'm wondering if this is a case of Hernotis trying to be as patient as possible. What happened to the back here? We have a yellow flag with Barkus. Actually, we have a little bit of time here. There are no major battles happening. We're gonna check out and see what exactly happened here. If you give me a moment to pull up the replay. Barkus is out in front. Oh, he just goes wide. Oh, he goes very wide. Goes in the gravel. It once again goes wide. Almost loses it, and very respectable there. We love to see it. He lets the BMWs, I'm sorry, through as we catch a glimpse of what's going on here. Barkus having a tough time around Valencia right now. I wonder what's going on with that. As Jeff Spangler is making moves on Kyle Hirsch, potentially goes for that dive there. Doesn't see it happening and backs out, but stays within 2/10 of Kyle Hirsch. And right behind him, we have Noah McComber doing the exact same thing to Jeff Spangler. So our Kyle Hirsch has his work cut out for him. He's gonna have to keep up that pace and go on defense when he sees fit. Up in the top or up in the bottom of the grid, we have Ryan Garrity with the yellow flag. White flag now. We'll check that out momentarily and see what happened, what's going on. I wonder if how long will Kyle Hirsch be able to maintain this conga line here? He's doing a really great job of controlling the pace, keeping his fellow drivers behind him in check. Only time will tell if pace starts to slow down. As he goes wide, this is gonna be Jeff Spangler's opportunity to make moves happen as they're side by side in turn 2. You have Noah McComber watching this happen live. I think a little bit of contact might be made there. Not quite too sure. But Kyle Hirsch losing out on this exchange. Jeff Spangler able to make the move stick. Secures P8. Very nicely done. I probably cursed Kyle Hirsch there, so my apologies. And as we saw that unfold, Professor Chronotis takes P1. But do not be alarmed. He took P1 because Alex Hansen is in the pits. This time though, no McComber trying to battle against Kyle Hirsch and defend. Oh. Yeah, we don't need that sign anyways. Kyle Hirsch. I wonder what happened to Hirsch here. He was doing a fairly good job. He might have just got oversteer. Let's actually check the replay on that. See what happened and why it happened. Currently viewing the replay here. Everything seems fine. Oh, he got a little sideways. He a little too aggressive on throttle potentially. Smacked into the wall. Got a little bit of damage. And he's in the pits, so he's most likely going to fix damage, get fuel, maybe take tires. We'll see, but that's that. So check out Dennis Kodachuk, who's on his way to a battle Zach Manriquez. If he's listening live, you should give Zach the Manriquez treatment and you know, just flash him. Pretty sure Kyle Busch will love it. Speaking of which, where is Mr. Busch? Where is the Bushmaster here? He is not with us tonight. There's a couple people who I'm starting to recall that aren't with us. So far, he's keeping Zach honest, sticking with him. We're gonna jump to Albert Guiana, who is extremely close to Noah McComber. Then Demontis Barkis able to overtake them on the outside. Hopefully won't impede any of their battles. Manages to overtake them cleanly before turn 1. As McComber goes way wide. Probably trying to hold back the animal that is Gienna here, who is on him. At this current moment, it'll just be a waiting game or a patient game where Gienna needs to see where he makes a mistake or where he's having difficulties in driving, and then capitalize on that. Either that, or if he ends up making a mistake before then, kind of like how Gienna kind of did there, he can capitalize in the moment. As Alex Hansen gets by Gienna fairly easily. Finish his pits. I wonder if he's trying to... Well, it's not even wondering. I wonder if his undercut strategy will actually be able to work. As Todd Murphy tries to get through Joshua Worley, and Joshua Worley holding his own. This isn't a battle for... Wow, Todd Murphy got on 2 wheels there. Holy smokes. Is he a stunt driver? Do we have a stunt driver racing with us tonight? I was saying this is a battle for position, but not a battle for class, as Todd Murphy ends up overtaking him in the straightaway. Gets back in line, hard on the brakes, both drivers able to complete turn 1 nice and easy. Potentially Worley going a little bit wide there, but no harm, no foul. Switching the battle to Kodachuk and Manriquez. He's turning up the heat. Manriquez not letting up though. Holding his own. And I'm gonna be honest, hearing these Porsches from this distance, it reminds me of something. It's that sound they're making. Kind of gives me like a straight pipe scooter type vibe, type sound when they accelerate. Which is that's probably dissing the Porsche by a lot, but just gonna roll with it. It's a unique sound, that is for sure. Like a buzzing bee in your ear or something. They do look like baby Porsches though. Little baby Porsche GT4s. Kodachuk tries to make a move happen on the inside, but Zach ignoring that? Potentially ignoring it too much. He's on the outside. And is now on the inside. He's not able to hold on to the position. The switchback confirms it here. Kodachuk able to secure P3. Zach Manriquez currently in P4. What a turn of events. It'll be interesting to see how that battle goes. We're gonna jump up here. Oh, it was just Alex Hansen passing James Pierre Reed. I thought this was another battle emerging. Was happening off camera. But Hansen is moving through the grid quite nicely here. Manriquez, the slightly faster driver in terms of best lap time. And it's probably showing here since he's keeping up with Dennis Kodachuk fairly nicely. It does sound like a scooter, huh? Just straight pipe a scooter or something, and there you go. But it's a unique sound, right? We're gonna leave it at that. We had a yellow flag with number 27 with Damontes Barquez that we can go ahead and review. Actually review it right now since it doesn't appear like anything is going to happen between these two at the current moment. Him or between Noah McComber and Albert Guiana. Joshua Worley is starting to get really close to Boogie Watts, so that's another battle that's going to be emerging very, very soon. But nonetheless, the yellow flag incident, we're gonna be loading it up right now. I probably didn't go far enough. Oh, I did go far enough. He just overdrives a little bit too much. As we're back into the live view. Man, we got a lot of stunt drivers out today. Manriquez on 2 wheels, Kodachuk on 2 wheels. Wondering if Worthy's gonna as they make contact here. Another contact here. These two are dogfighting it out. One more. No way. Chill, you two. Chill, 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 chill. Nice, clean battles is what we're looking for here. Throw your elbows, but don't throw your fist out. No, Worley winning out on that exchange. Boogie Watt losing out on that position. Or not really losing out on a position. We have I believe that is Hansen who's going to be getting around him, probably in a blue flag situation right now. Hansen currently in P6. It is a blue flag. Well, 3 back-to-back accidents. That's gonna be, dare I say, going under review potentially. As we have a little bit of time, we'll go ahead and check out what our other drivers are doing here. We have Professor Chronotis, who was in P1, or is currently in P1, going into the pits. Dr. Porkchop doing the exact same thing, following very close behind him. Dennis Kodachuk is staying out, and he is now our current race leader. Find himself in P1. Zach Manriquez going into the pits. Jacob Meyer deciding to stay out. He finds himself in P2. Here's Zach currently in the pits. And I believe that was Dr. Porkchop now exiting the pits. No, that was not. That's Chronotis. exiting the pits. I'm getting their cars mixed up. Bark is in a small little fight with a BMW. Is this just a new meta that I don't know about? Just hit that curve as aggressively as possible to send your car in the air and thus saving a tire wear? Because if your tires are in the air, they are not getting used up unless you do some sick slides like Barkis is doing there for style points. James Pierre Reed is currently in P6. Hasn't completed his pits. In fact, we can show the pits here momentarily. You guys can actually see who has completed their pits and who hasn't. Bookie Watt is in P15, but he's getting involved in a slight little battle here, or getting involved in a situation. And Zach Manrique is able to get by him. Jeff Spangler, though, he was in front. Boogie Watt was potentially looking to unlap himself. As once again, our drivers hit that curb, risking punctures. But looking cool for the gram, I guess, if you take a nice shot there. 2 wheels up in the air. We have Zach Manriquez passing Jeff Spangler. Kyle Hirsch sticking on the right side. Boogie Watts straight in the middle. Barkis on the left. How is he's able to get through? But how is these two gonna end up battling or end up whatever? What's gonna happen between these two? Kyle Hirsch able to get through as Boogie Watt goes to the wide. That's cut back and not able to happen there. What a dive bomb. Good attempt. A little bit of potentially a little bit of damage. Oh, just a scuff for Kyle Hirsch. Boogie Watt though probably got the worst end of that, as he is now has a fairly good amount of damage around his car. He hasn't gone to pits yet, so it'll be interesting to see when he goes, if he goes. Now I'm like very interested in paying attention to car noises, and in fact I'm gonna turn it up a little bit more here. Just a tad bit. Hopefully we can make some comparisons and see what they sound like, as we have two M2s. I swear I just saw. Okay, what are they, like right on top of each other? Is someone just off of their pit stop? Oh, oh, how embarrassing. I'm sorry. We're gonna go to James Pierre Reed, who is currently getting a very, very close. You're attempting to get close to Zach Manriquez. Um, that's just not gonna happen though, as Zach is taking off. He's also in a GT4, so you know, there's that. But these pit stops introducing a different type of strategy, as we currently don't have any battles out. It is the perfect time for dad jokes. And I'm looking at my list and I said all of them, so no, I'm sorry, we don't have dad jokes. I need to come up with some more. Big yikes. Maybe by Thursday I'll come up with some more. Murphy getting close to Myri here. Myri able to pass. I believe that's Kyle Hirsch. Murphy able to pass Kyle Hirsch as well. And Pierce Hanley is coming out of the pits. DeMarcus Barkis is entering the pits. And we have a grid changes because of that, because of DeMarcus staying in the pits. A lot of our drivers are moving on up. Currently we have Hanley and Spangler tied for most positions gained. They are currently both at 7. As every 60 or so seconds, you'll see a cycle on your screen. You can check out the positions gained or the positions lost throughout the entire race, or throughout the current moment of the race. I'm gonna stick with these two since this is going to be a battle for position. This is Myri versus Murphy. Aston Martin versus Mercedes-Benz. So Murphy goes a little bit wide. Myri not going wide, doing a better job of cutting the apex. Using all of the exit. So far, paces nearly identical here. Yeah, nearly identical. It'll be very interesting to see how this plays out in the long run. As Murphy goes a little bit wide, this is gonna help Myri once again. How was he able to slow down the car? It honestly looked like he was going to go extremely wide there. Tremendous display of skills. But even better by Jacob Myri, who is looking to be the more consistent driver as Murphy tries to play catch up here. So far, Murphy losing a little bit ground. We're going to check up on these two in the coming minutes and see if anything changes. Especially with 21 minutes left on the race. It's anyone's guess as to what's going to happen out on field. We're gonna go and check out Joshua Worley, who is getting decently close to Albert Guiana. We'll keep Jacob Myrie on the back burner as he gets very, very close to James Pierre Reed. This is a battle for position, but not a battle for class between Jacob Myrie and James Pierre Reed. Reed in the BMW, Myrie in the GT4. So we'll quickly go and check that out since the pass is going to be made. It's looking like Worley is going to be struggling there for a little bit as he tries to catch up. Hopefully he'll be able to make this pass quick and not be held up, because the more he gets held up, the more it's going to benefit Murphy. And the more it's going to benefit us, because then we get to see a battle happen live. As Myrie tries to go in on the inside, decides against it. A wise decision, I would say. Also a costly decision as now Murphy is within striking zone. Murphy going in for the pit. This begs the question, who has completed their pit stops and who hasn't? Bring up the data right now. Myrie has completed his pit. Murphy as well. Why is he going into the pits? Does he have some sort of damage that I'm not aware of? Blue flag is being waved, but I believe that it's being waved for the car in front. BMW. I believe that is Ben Burchett. Jacob Myria having a little bit of a difficult time getting through these two. We're gonna check out Joshua Worley. We caught it just in time. He's going side by side with Albert Guiana. Guiana almost got the switchback happen. He's still within striking zone. If he can outbrake a Worley here, decides against it, but Worley goes wide. Guiana trying to get as much slipstream as possible. This is going to be a drag race to turn one. No, he doesn't have the necessary speed. Worley able to keep up ahead, to stay ahead of Guiana here. Currently, both their paces are nearly identical. Worley, the slightly faster driver in this current moment. Now it's down to see who is going to be the more consistent driver. Because here in Valencia, I know I've said it once, I said it twice. It's quite important to hit those apexes. As right behind these two, we have Jacob Myrie, I believe, coming up. Who's going to try to get past them. Doesn't necessarily need to, but in the long run, it'll be worth it, just in case if he gets into another battle with somebody. Kind of awkward there. But Myrie is now bringing the tow, trying to get Albert Guinness closer to Joshua Worley. There was a drive-through for track limits. Oh yeah, I just see it here. I wasn't paying enough attention. So Todd Murphy had track limits there. Unfortunate. Myrie looking really good tonight. Currently in P6, so we love to see it. Everyone else is fairly spread out. The only battle emerging or happening at this current moment is the battle between Joshua Worley and Albert Guinness. Worley not out of the woods yet. As both drivers have nearly identical lines. If you're wondering where's Valentino Rossi, there he was. He was on the left-hand side. So I wasn't lying in the title. Will we see him? Well, we just saw him. Oh, my apologies. I still have the pit stops up on the field instead of race gaps. I'll start the tower cycling of data once again, so we can see their personal best and positions delta and everything. The good juicy information that we want. With 13 minutes and 23 seconds left in the race, we have Professor Chronotis in P1 for his class. Right behind him, we have Alex Hansen in P2 and Dr. Porchop in P3. That's 1, 2, and 3 for the GT4s. As Joshua Worley looks to have gone a little bit wide, this might be really going a little bit wide once again. This is Gianna's opportunity to close the gap and put even more pressure on him. Once again going wide. This is Gianna's opportunity if he has the drive coming out of that corner. It's looking like he won't be able to. He's gonna have to stay behind him and just wait for an opportunity to arise. Force a mistake out of Worley here. As Albert is ready. He is hunting down Whirly. Look at him go. In the class of M2s. Wow, did he go way too deep there? Excellent use of trail braking though there. That was very nice. Cut 3/10 off that. So corner, always a difficult corner. For the M2s, we have we have James Pierre Reed, who is in P8 overall, but P1 in the class, in the M2 class. Jeff Spangler is P9 or P2 in the M2 class, and Noah McComber is P3 in the BMW class. So if nothing else changes, it's looking like this is going to be the lineup for today. I'll be quite honest, it's looking like the pit stops spread these drivers a little bit more than compared when there wasn't a pit stop. But do I mind? No. It's fun to introduce a little strategy, make our drivers think about the undercut or when to refuel, or if they even should get tires, because that's also a possibility. If you're gonna be in the pits for 25 seconds, you just spend the extra 5 seconds and get a brand new set of tires in. Are you gonna run with a full fuel load or go half and half? Well, questions to think about. Skiena is, for the most part, staying within 1.3 to 1 second. Looking like Giena's mistake back there where he ran a little bit too wide, went a little bit too deep. I believe it was turn 8. Giving Whirly enough breathing room to focus on his lines, focus what's just in front of him. Ignore Gienna, let him make him work to get that position. So far, both drivers showing a lot of consistency here. Now, Albert Gienna choosing a different line there. A quite interesting line choice. I don't know if that's helping or hindering him. Because they're still matching each other's pace. Whirly utilizing the slow in, fast out technique is what I like to call it. Slow in, basically hit your apex, fast out as soon as you hit the apex is gas all the way. how Worley and how Gienna ends up going from 1.3 seconds to zero point 0.8 of a second, 8 tenths, then back up. A new battle is emerging. Hold up, ladies and gentlemen, and a yellow flag on Zach Manriquez. We're gonna go to the battle with Todd Murphy, who's getting really, really close to Jacob Myrie. We're going to eventually see what happened to Zach. Why he got a yellow flag? Currently he has a white flag. This is a battle for overall track position and a battle in class position. So the battle for P6 overall is going down. The faster driver between these two is Todd Murphy, who his last lap was 3 seconds faster than Myrie. That's how he was able to catch up to him so quickly. Only time will tell is if he can use that overall pace to get by him, or if Myrie here will be able to pull out an outstanding display of defense. We'll soon find out as they're heading into turn 1 in a couple seconds here. Hard on the brakes. In they go. Interesting to note that it well, now Myrie is going on defense. I can actually tell he's feeling the pressure a little bit from Todd Murphy, maybe too much pressure, as Murphy is starting to get some sort of advantage in. Myrie holds on to the line, potentially going to block off the inside, prevent him from getting any more advantage in. Hard on the brakes. Holds the middle line down. Switches back to the right though. And no, he just gives up the position. Good battle. Good attempt on defense for Jacob Myrie. Good overtake by Murphy. We have I believe that is Cronotis up in the front who got a little squirrely. That was Cronotis. He got a little squirrely. We're gonna go down the list and check out this. We have Demarcus Barkus passing Boogie Watt. Only in 15th position. Up in the front, we still have Albert Guiana and Worley battling it out. Jeff Spangler is now introducing a battle for P8. Or the battle for P1 in the M2 series. Battle between Pierre Reed and Spangler here. Spangler 3/10 off Pierre Reed. He's probably looking to force a mistake, especially with 2 minutes left. Oh, what speed! Wow, he's on the outside, Pierre on the inside. Don't think he'll be able to get a switchback. Right behind him is Zach Manriquez. He's probably going to be enjoying this show. Probably not going to get in between these two, especially since they're battling it out for position. Zach is probably gonna get in. Yeah, he's making the move. He's going on the inside. Oh, he might have pushed Pierre Reed a little bit far. No harm, no foul though, but the battle between him and Spangler still on. Spangler gets the inside line though. And Pierre Reed losing out on that yeah, losing out on that exchange. The fight isn't over yet though. Spangler has the inside, but Reed has way more speed on the outside. Not able to carry it out or carry it through though. Potentially one more lap left after this one, depending on where Professor Chronotis crosses the line. I just heard a driver go off in the grass. Curious to see who did that, but we're gonna stick with this battle here. It is getting spicy, and it is great M2 racing here. Spangler is the overall faster driver between these two. So it's looking like he might be able to walk away. He might be the faster driver, but he is not the most consistent here. As he goes wide once again, allowing Reed to stay right behind him and put more pressure once again coming into the final corner. This time stays really close with him. This is the last lap of the race and no more lap. This is do or die between these two here. He is 1/10 off his pace. How close was that? Probably too close for him, too close for comfort. He backs off a lot. He might have backed off a little bit too much, if I'm gonna be honest. He's about a second behind him. I don't think that'll be enough. That's too much of a gap to provide any sort of pressure. But your race winner is Professor Chronotis. Congratulations. Alex Hansen comes in P2. We're gonna stick with these two, as Dr. Porkchop is going to be crossing the line very, very soon. He's going to be securing P3. Dennis Kodachuk right behind him in P4. Zach Manriquez is eventually going to cross the line. He's going to take P5. Todd Murphy and Jacob Meyer already crossed there in P6 and 7. And we have the battle for P8 here, but I'm going to be honest, I don't think Reed has it anymore. He's too far back. Almost had it though, almost had it. Jeff Spangler here crosses the line. He is P8. Pierre Reed crosses the line. He is P9. Noah McComber is going to be crossing the line next. He is in P10, and right behind him is Pierce Hanley. He's going to be crossing in at P11. Worley ends up in 12. Gianna in 13th. Kyle Hirsch 14. Barkis 15. Boogie Watt 16. Ben Burchett 17. And I wonder who we had 18 drivers. I wonder who that 18 driver was. As no Macomer has a little bit of fun here after he crosses the line. Where is there it is? Why, thank you, Todd Murphy. I appreciate it. Very, it was a great race. Lots of battles. Love to see it. We're gonna join a little thing here. See if anybody wants to pop in with us. Oh, we do. We have Alex Hansen here. What's up, dude? Yo, so you had it, and then you went to the pits. You tried to do an undercut strategy, I'm assuming. Oh, no way. No. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. That throws my commentary out of. What happened? How did it happen? Where did it happen? Mm-hmm. We have Professor Carnota's here, so congrats on the race win. Uh-huh.
Pretty chill race, pretty intense first phase of the race though, and we were bumper to bumper, so that was a lot of fun.
That was fun, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. I don't think the audio was captured because I was looking at it right now and it wasn't displaying. I'm so sorry. But I'll summarize. Hansen ended up hitting a BMW because he hates them, and Cronotas was very happy. Pretty much.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Any and well, how did well you guys were fairly close to each other. You guys weren't before that incident. You guys were, to my knowledge, you were 1 second from each other. So I was gonna ask, how comfortable were you guys on track? But that pretty much answers that question, because being 1 second from each other for a good portion of the track takes a lot of work, a lot of energy, so a lot of concentration.
Yeah, it's a tough track to pass on. There are a couple times I got the initiative and was right there with a bit of a run, and like I could make a bad dive, but it was never really there, even when it should have been, like get a mistake on exit, get a good run, and it just can't materialize into the next corner because the next corner is coming too soon, and can't really just send it off of the rear bumper on that corner entry, so it was a tough track to pass on.
This track is definitely fun. Definitely can be very tricky, especially if you don't hit your apexes. Then yeah, it's a bad time. Definitely, if you don't hit the apexes. Um, any honorable moments or honorable mentions, notable moments that you guys had on the track with each other? Or anything else with anyone else?
Just the one where Alex hit the M2 that kind of tried to get out of the way and in a weird way, and one car went left, one car went right, and I took the lead up the middle. That was the only event that mattered in the whole race, as it turns out.
I mean, it all started in quali. We had 2 qualis.
Oh, that is right. This apologies
Yeah,
for that.
and I don't know, somehow I managed to push 39 and 2. I never did that lap so fast. Somehow managed it. And just seeing Chrono doing 39.3, I was like, wow, don't do it
Man, I
again.
had half a second in the green on that lap. I needed 2/10 to get to your time, so I could have been 3/10 better if I put all my best corners together from all my laps.
Yeah, that was so good. I was just trying to get as better exit on the last corner as possible. And just seeing Chronotus not being able to catch up with me on slipstream. But yeah.
It was overall a good race from both you two, and we'll see what ends up happening next race then, because I think you two will be tied in points now.
That's correct.
Yeah, so we have a tie for P1. So
I don't think so.
no.
I never had fastest lap in the first race, so Chrono P1 now.
I was told fastest lap isn't worth points.
It should have
Although
3
maybe,
points.
I don't know, maybe they were misinformed. Whoever told me
Oh,
that. I hope it is. 'Cause then I'd be meaning.
If it is, you got P1. If not, we have a tie, and it's gonna be a spicy. Well, it's in general still going to be a spicy race 3. So that'll be exciting to see what happens down and if anything happens.
in one of the worst tracks,
I haven't even checked to see where we're
Donington
going.
Park.
What do you mean? It's a fun track, I think.
Hard for
Yeah, I
overtakes.
like Donington. Let's go.
It's very hard to pass, so I'll give you that. It's terrible to pass there.
It's easier than Valencia.
Is it really?
Yeah, you can. You've got both of those hairpins. Actually, really, the first hairpin is the spot. Get around out of the chicane.
I'm gonna be honest, I never had a race on Donington.
Oh,
You can also pass into the chicane.
it's gonna be a first for you, so we're gonna be
Yeah.
pointing the camera your way. Don't you worry.
Oh no.
No pressure, no pressure.
Yeah, okay.
Do you guys have any closing comments before we go? Good race today.
Thank you very much.
Very fun race. Let's do the same next week.
Definitely.
Yes, exactly the same.
No.
No. I was gonna say exactly the same minus the crash. Yeah. But thank you guys for being here, for interviewing and everything. I'll promise to have better interview questions next time. I'll think of some.
Thank you for the stream.
Yeah, no worries. It's always fun watching you guys drive around, getting into battles.
Yeah, and it's always fun to watch the stream later to see the race from other perspective and watch the crash.
We got a couple of incidents. You'll see them pop out on stream.
All right.
All right. Thank you guys for being here, and I'll catch you two in next week or later on in the chat if you're still around.
Bye.
All
Yeah.
right. Bye. Have a good one.
Let's see ya. So that was P1 and P2. Boogie says he just finished this race. Figured what a better way to end it than by rating the organizers. Dude, a 10 out of 10. Dr. Porshoff says y'all too fast. Just reading this after the interviews. They are really fast. But you yourself, you got P3, so you're no slouch either, Dr. Porkchop. Or if I recall, you got P3, so it's a good job with that, at least. Once again, thank you, Boogie, for the raid. Definitely, I appreciate it. Always appreciate it. Before I go, I might as well. Might as well pull up the website here. There you go, full screen. This is the 5firacing.com website. That's 5, the number 5, firacing.com. You guys should know the drill, but if not, quickly run by it. You want to check us out in the chats and everything, chat with us. Click on Discord. You're probably on Twitch, so what's up? Hello. If not, you're gonna watch the replay on Twitch. Hello, and what's up once again? I heard it was mandatory to like all the Instagram photos, so you know, hop on that, and every once in a while we'll post on Reddit. But nonetheless, we were in the winter series here. Our next race is going to be in Donington Park, so that'll be exciting to see. If you're still here and you want more actions, you can check us out in 3 days. On Thursday, it's going to be season 8 of the Founders League. This is GT3 racing. We have 2 classes, the gold and the silvers. Here we are going in Valencia, believe it or not. So we are staying in the same track. So if you thought the GT4s were fast, and just wait until Thursday where we have the GT3s out on track. They are going to put blazing laps. So that'll be quite exciting to see happen. And if you still can't get enough and you need even more action, then we have the GT3 GT4 multi-class 6-hour enduro race hosted by Trackalicious in partnership with 5FI Racing, Degenerate Racing League (DRL), New World Sim Racing (NWSR), and Sim Racing Alliance (SRA). Right now, all the spots are full, so you can still register as a reserve team. So I highly encourage, if you want to race here, do it. Actually, I didn't even tell you what track we're going in. We're going in Hungaroring. So practice Hungaroring, and if you like it and you love it enough, then go ahead and join, because this is gonna be a quite fun track. Yo, what's up, Albert? Why so bummed out? You had a good race. A decent race. Good battles, at least. You had really good battles. Register as a reserve. I do believe there are 6 spots. Let me just double check, verify. Yeah, we have 6 spots and 6 spots. So 6 spots for the GT3 and 6 spots for the GT4. So go ahead and register for that if you like to do so. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to my voice, for bearing with me. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Don't know why it's happening, but I'm sure it'll get worked out eventually or soon. Hopefully by next race. And I hope to see you guys here in 3 days on Thursday for the race in GT3s in Valencia. I'll see you guys next time, and you guys have a great rest of your day, night, evening, wherever you are. See you guys later. If you guys are still here, we can go raid somewhere. Because why not? You want some more racing action? I got someone we can raid. And you guys will... Oh, I know this person, so he's gonna like it. And you'll probably like it, because he's fast. Rating Jake Wells. He's actually in the GC3 series, so we're gonna go over and say hello. Let's go.